There are no sunbirds in the palace of the king. Welcome back, Twitch. Welcome to YouTube. This is us checking out Bulwark. Or Falconeer Chronicles Bulwark.
Welcome to Bulwark.
Should get the titles right on these things.
Creativity. No conventional controls, one button to paint the landscape, another to move about. And while you paint towers and walls, people will start to make the world come alive. Keep building, that's the trick. This can be confusing at first, overwhelming even, but don't worry, there's also no mistakes.
They weren't kidding when they said one button. Build a square. X, okay. Sure, we'll start.
This is the campaign mode. Here you get a taste of the open world building sandbox. It has a basic tutorial, a resource system based only on distance rather than how much you can produce, and an ever-expanding set of encounters, world events and unlockables. A word of advice: click and build everywhere. There are no mistakes, and slowly figuring out what builds where and how things grow is part of the game. It's about experimenting, so don't be afraid and go wild.
Our people were wrecked during the War of the Tree. Dunkel, Castellus, Moorbridge, and even Port Remit. Nothing remained of our prosperous free houses after decades of attrition. We took what we had and left, in order to resettle in peace, away from the warlords and fiefdoms that remain. We will succeed, because on our backs the past was built. And from our hands, the future will be wrought.
Preparing resources.
Ah, you're finally here. We've already built a few essential buildings. I'll assist you in connecting things up and getting the settlement up and running. While you're on the ground, we will focus on a single building at a time. This will allow you to build outward in a variety of ways and upwards later on. First, connect this outpost to the wood mill, which is located down in the shallow water beside the sea tree fungi. Without wood, we cannot build. Notice our workers are already building houses and industry along the walkway. Wherever you build and our workers can reach, they will settle. Let's now focus on the wood mill. This is your wood mill. It produces and transports wood across walkways. Let us build a basic wooden tower with a walkway towards it.
Build a new connecting tower. This looks like a good spot for a tower, right?
You just built a basic tower. It is used to connect up your settlement and transport vital resources. Workers will also build homes and industry around it. wood can only travel a limited number of walkways away from the wood mill. But this can be increased by encouraging workers to build along walkways connected to the wood mill.
Build more connecting towers. Let's build one over here.
Good work. The wood mill is now delivering wood further than before, so we can move on. Across from the wood mill, we also built a stone quarry. Let's connect that to our settlement.
There we go, right.
Great job. Now we have access to the quarry, our wooden towers can be upgraded to stone.
Stone's blue, wood's yellow, and I'm not sure what green is.
Stone towers create stone walkways. If you rebuild a walkway adjacent to a stone tower in place of a current wooden one, it will be upgraded to stone. Select your outpost so we can start expanding it further. Outposts can be upgraded as well. Let's use the stone to upgrade the outpost to its second stage.
Way ahead of you, buddy.
We can add foundations to basic towers and outposts. These allow workers to build a higher class of housing on them, increasing the worker output.
Build a foundation.
The worker output of our outpost can be improved further by connecting more towers and walkways to it.
Is this off the map? That's why I can't do it. I guess I can only get through the shallow water, I think.
All towers allow for foundations, wood, stone, and later, command towers. Command towers also allow for battlements. Select your outpost so we can start expanding it further.
Okay. Camera's a little iffy. Flying my surveyor.
We have done well. It is time we started being more ambitious. Take to the skies and seek out iron ore.
How do I do that? Triangle. There we go.
The surveyor allows you to build resource extractors, harbors, and outposts on other islands. It will also help to get you out of trouble, which is never far on the Earthsea.
Troll fields backwards.
We have reached a milestone in population, aligning with the free houses. This will attract new free house captains and commanders to our banner. The free house folk are numerous, and will generally make for the majority of people in our settlement. Your surveyor allows you to build resource extractors, harbors, and outposts on other islands. It will also help to get you out of trouble, which is never far on the Earthsea.
This isn't iron, this is wood.
We have done well. It is time we started being more ambitious. Take to the skies and seek out iron ore.
Is it on another island? I guess.
Your surveyor can build a mine on this spot. Workers will mine for ore, and the metallurgical industry will be built up around it. Iron will allow our most advanced towers and buildings. We now have access to iron, but it needs to be transported across the water. Let us build a trade route for ships that can transport iron and other resources back and forth. This resource extractor is missing access to workers.
Okay, so if we
You
go
now
to this...
have iron, but it's not making its way to our settlement. Build a pair of harbors with your surveyor to transport iron across the sea.
Build a tower over here.
This is too close to something else. We now have access to iron, but it needs to be Several captains are now available. Each captain holds...
The iron I transport is helping our settlement.
I will carry stone and workers.
The iron I transport is helping our
I will carry... My ship only carries wood and workers.
Harbors always need to be built as pairs. As soon as you build two, a trade route will connect them. Captains will carry your resources over vast distances.
So we need to go over here and build another harbor, right?
This is too close to something else. This trade route is now connected. The captain can transport their specific goods back and forth. Select your outpost, so we can start expanding it further. With iron, we can start building defensive structures, such as imposing command towers. But before doing so, we need to upgrade our outpost into a proper citadel. With all major resources now at our disposal, let's focus on building command towers. These can be built.
I think I'm getting way ahead of the tutorial guy.
Foundations and balconies. There is no iron available for this upgrade. With all major resources now at our disposal, let's focus on building command towers. These can be built with multiple floors as well as additional foundations and balconies.
Okay.
There is no iron available for this upgrade.
Yeah. I gotcha. Not really.
You have no available commanders on your roster. Commanders and their valuable retinue can be found across the Earthsea. You have no available commanders on your roster. Commanders and their valuable retinue can be found across the Earthsea.
I feel like the tutorial's just bottomed out and stopped. The concept here is interesting, but I don't know what it wants from me now.
There is no iron available for this upgrade.
I don't know what I'm doing. This is a command tower. It's telling me this now. It says on the left it's a command tower, so I don't understand what it wants.
You have no available commanders on your roster. Commanders and their valuable retinue can be found across the Earthsea.
I need a commander, but I don't know where to get a commander. I don't know, guys. Something over here. So a commander can be found across the sea, but I don't see. What's over here? It's like an oil rig.
These are hard times, and thus they bring the need for uneasy alliances. My group and I have been on the run for so long, we seek refuge and will submit to your...
You're not a commander, though. You're, just a side quest thing? Also, I think I have a time limit ticking up in the top right. Excuse? My gold thing's supposed to point home. This is not home. Well, now we're just hopelessly lost.
The world map shows our holdings. We treat...
I don't understand what it wants me to do with this command tower. It's a command tower. It's...
Only harbors could be built in the deep by your surveyor.
Well, that's Bulwark, as far as I can get with it. This is either a bug where the tutorial's not completing, or I'm not sure what's going on. So now I don't even have the thingy about the command tower. So I'm really just lost. As we'll put a cut in here for YouTube. Twitch, we might come back to Helldivers if the matchmaking's working. If not, we'll find something else to do in a little bit. That's all, and catch you at the next one.